How's it going, everyone? Raul Castro here, marketing coordinator at Walton Global, joining you once again to provide Walton's market update. Plenty has happened over the last several weeks, and we have a lot to discuss, so let's get right into it. Inflation, more specifically headline CPI, held steady at 3.7% for the month of September, the same as the month of August, but 4.5 percentage points lower than 1 year ago when inflation was at 8.2%. Now, although we've experienced steady decline since June 2022, when inflation was around its 9% peak, as we can see on the graph here, there are still two main components keeping inflation elevated. One is rising gasoline prices, which have increased 4 consecutive months now, and more than that are shelter costs, particularly from rent. Let's remember that shelter costs, which are a lagging indicator, make up around 30% of the basket of goods evaluated by the Bureau of Labor Statistics when putting together the Consumer Price Index, or the CPI, which we can see here. Private sector data suggests that rental rates have been decelerating for the last 12 to 16 months. However, government measures indicate that rental rates have yet to decelerate, which is why the CPI or inflation rates are not yet under control, and the Fed has yet to start cutting interest rates. However, there is good news and hope on the horizon, as models crafted by the researchers at the San Francisco Fed suggest that shelter inflation is likely to slow significantly over the next 18 months, and that's pretty much in line with the effects of interest rate hikes on the overall housing market. Another good indicator of slowing rental costs and shelter costs is the recent pace of multifamily construction, which shows a pipeline of options for renters. Starts of multifamily units were up 17% month on month in September, while completions were up 10% month on month in September. Now, that being said, it is likely that we may continue to see inflationary rates come down as shelter costs ease, and although mortgage rates and inflation rates don't have a one-to-one relationship, the two tend to move in tandem, and therefore we may also see mortgage rates begin to slow moving into next year. This will provide a much-needed change, as mortgage rates have increased for the 7th consecutive week as of October 26th, hitting a weekly average of 7.79%. This marks a 71 basis point increase from last year, as well as a 4 basis point increase from the long-term average of 7.75% dating back to the 1970s. Mortgage rates may continue to trend towards that 8% mark, but may come down once shelter costs and inflation rates ease. And as I've said before, there are economists who believe and suggest that mortgage rates are coming down as early as next spring. Much needed news and very good news for the overall housing market. Thanks for joining us once again. It's been a pleasure providing Walton's market update for you all, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.